just run into each other. Yeah, you can bring that over.
You set this up so only you can hear me? Is this set up so only you can hear me?
I believe so, but let's try it out. Start talking.
Welcome to the Soto High School. Olathe teams in our first third place game of the Hardwood Classic, presented this year by Great American Bank. As a member school of the Kansas State High School Activities Association, the Soto High School welcomes our guests this afternoon, the Olathe Northwest Ravens. Fans are asked to adhere to the Nation sportsmanship ideals of extending courtesy to all, respecting the decisions of officials, and exercising self-control to reflect positively on what's really in town. Self-confidence, good character, citizenship, and sportsmanship.
Moments away. Saturday afternoon, basketball here at Eastern Varsity.
Remember this afternoon, sportsmanship is good citizenship in action.
Two students, Hayden and Darren, who's going to be up here helping me as well. Right now we have team introduction.
Yeah, let's welcome your Lake Northwest Ravens.
Come in with all
Number 15, Jacob Carnett. Number 20, Bella Meadow. Number 21, Skylar Pierce. Number 25, Emily Christian. And number 33, Julian Buckley. Assisted by Christian And that for the senior number 45, Ava O'Brien. Your Soto Wildcats. Your Cats are coached by Ryan Murphy, assisted by Jessica Bouchard, Leslie Ellis, and Dave. Officials for the Saturday contest is Ruben Butterscotch and Kurt Lyman.
Seconds away so far here.
That's only 33. Colin, her first team's first.
The line.
Devil on shooting.
Really nice game a couple of days ago. Rejection early on. This is a goal. Here on the Wildcats. Conley. 24 man the towel. We have Julian Huckabee now by Arnaz. Huckabee again. The right wing. Fell in the dough. Extremely good care. Marks at number 20. Running with the ball. Here's Huckabee with those white pink shoes. A mile away. Here's a long three. Left wing, no good. And it's officially the right idea gets it to go now on the Wildcats. Addison Powell feeds underneath Ava O'Brien. A little duck underneath. Can't shoot that one in. Guy Pierce pops the three. Iron. And underneath. Starts the story off. And the tower. Shaking those jitters off a little bit. Excuse me, what a fantastic opportunity it is for all the teams in the tournament to set me off. She makes it look so easy. And underneath, again, Farmer on the baseline getting ready for the Wildcats. 4-0 Raven lead here, 5-11, 5-10 left in the first. Temple and all frustration there. Sharper on that pass, she'll have plenty more opportunities. Nancy Farlow, 5'11". Gotta be awful close to 6. He's only a junior. After high lid on the basket, sprinting in. So 6-0 Ravens. Jersey. Fisher. Be a paw. Raven, I guess. Talent. Ravens have talent. It's going to stay two. Wildcats. Arnaz. And Less than a minute to go here in quarter number 1, 2, 3, Raiders 7-point spread. Armour to Olathe. 10.5 to play here in quarter number 1.
That's number 15. And that's the first stretch of the Wildcats. We're ready to see some
bonus shots. Back to the Nisha, short corner, a little bit of trouble. And passes to the long cover. Another turnover for Olathe. Steal of the game for Sky Pierce. They're only 4.5, 3 right there by Huckabee. Underneath, Kamishek off the glass. .339 left before halftime, 16-13. Ravens, 12-point advantage has dwindled down to 3. That is the 3rd steal of the contest by Mackenzie Farmer. Or excuse me, this quarter alone, I beg your pardon. And look at there, Wildcats are starting to heat up. Addison Tower, she's got 5. More importantly for her team, they are tied up at 16ths with the Ravens. Another turnover forced by the defense. It's Ryan over on the far side, giving the right words of encouragement to his squad. Kind of light that proverbial fire. Farmer walking it down. Amanda Tower back to Farmer. There's Conley underneath. At some point, you got to see, there she is. Right at the low block. A little bit too hot of a pass for Addison Tower. Conley looks a little bit out of sorts so far, but she'll get in a rhythm. It's the games that I've always played. She kind of finds that spark. Once she does, look out. Bella Nadeau into the lane. Taking advantage of nobody home. Little defensive breakdown. Well, I see the score. I think the score might be reversed, quite frankly. Nonetheless, hopefully they'll fix that here momentarily. Long 3. Amanda Tower. It's just raining 3s for Tower. First name Amanda. Addison Tower also has a couple. There's Foxworthy left wing. She's going to bring it back up top. Nadeau picked away. There's Farmer. Bounce pass underneath the basket. Up and in. Amanda Tower, but credit Farmer, her fourth steal of this quarter alone. Makes it a 21-18 game. And there was, not sure what we have there. We have some music playing in the background. We got a scrum underneath the basket. We got a travel call. What is going on around here? They're getting ready for the next intermission. Thought we were going to have a little rave here. You know, a little thump, thump, thump. All right, Mackenzie Farmer. Her Wildcats now with the lead, up by 3. Less than a minute and a half before halftime. Farmer in the left corner kicks it back up to Tower. Tower to Tower. Nadeau kind of poked it out. Here's Conley being guarded by Huckabee. Conley into the lane. Look at that nice turnaround. Tries to use the glass. Not there. She follows her own shot. There's that little spark. Starting to see Miss Conley come alive. That was a good look against number 33, Julian Huckabee. Huckabee, this multi-sport standout, 6 foot of her. Less than a minute to go, 21-18. Nadeau, guarded by Tower. She's backing it out. Ava Karnatz. Long 3, no good. Inside, rebound. Goes to Farmer. Coach Robbie offering some half-minute instruction. Looks like they're going to be content to try to let the clock kind of drain down, which right now is at 20, 19, 18. Here's Sky Pierce. They've got her way out here on an island. Possibly take advantage of her size. There's Tower. Right wing. She got it. Amanda Tower. 24-18. And how about that on the other end? Coach Brandstrom on the far sideline giving the officials a little bit of help. All eyes on him. He was trying to get possibly one little call before halftime. 24-18, 2.2 seconds left. It's got to be quick. One quick inbounds into Huckabee. She's going to have to heave it, and she does. That would be one heck of a dodgeball throw. If they decide to have some sort of a dodgeball tournament after the Hardwood Classic, sign her up on my team. My goodness. She could probably throw about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. We'll be back in about 7 minutes. Some stats in the first half, 24-18, 6-point advantage for the Wildcats after 2 quarters of play. You're watching it live, A10varsity.com. Welcome back to DeSoto High School for the third place game for the Hardwood Classic, brought to you by Great American Bank. You're watching it live here on 810varsity.com. First half for the home team started out just a little bit rough. Only 3 first quarter points. Exploded offensively in the second with 21. Ravens been plagued by the turnover bug in quarter number 2. They had 8 turnovers in the second quarter. 12 for the game, 13 turnovers total so far for DeSoto. Leading scorers, leading all scoring right now, Amanda Tower with 11. Other scores for the Wildcats, 3 for Addison Tower, 2 for Chloe Kamichek. 3 for Mackenzie Farmer, a little bit quiet offensively. What she hasn't done offensively, she's made up for it on the defensive side. Ava O'Brien with a bucket as well. For the Ravens, leading all Ravens scorers, Sky Pierce, no surprise there. She's got 6 off a 3 of 6 from the field. Emily Fisher with 5, Taylor Foxworthy with 1, Bella Nadeau with 2. Add those up and you got 18. And the possession arrow is favoring Olathe Northwest. 12:40 on this Saturday afternoon. Like that, some of the players, at least in the kind of the early moments of this, certainly acted like it was a Saturday morning, playing a little bit of hoops. Certainly appreciate that. Up here trying to get in gear, all of us, I believe, but we are back in gear now. 24-18, 7:50, 7:49. Just underway here. Quarter number 2, Bella Nadeau waits for a little bit of help. Back to a 3-2 zone. A little bit different look now by the Wildcats. Northwest and Coach Brandstrom figuring out the best way to attack it. Good passing, and you got to penetrate in the inside, and they just try to do that. Or excuse me, that was Julian Huckabee. Not Taylor Foxworthy, but Huckabee. When she starts making a couple of those, she'll be able to string a few together. There's Conley. She's someone that I know that Coach has probably had some words with. Says, hey, we need you to be that spark plug that you have been so often throughout your career here at DeSoto High. Amanda Tower back up to Addison Tower. And Mackenzie Farmer. Waits for the screen on Pierce. Nice little give and go baseline cut. Here's, how about that? Despite her size, Addison Tower says, I know that there's a couple of 6-footers in there, but I'm still going to go up strong, and that she does. She's going to be at the stripe shooting too. Misses the first. As a reminder, the next game here at the Classic will be one that you'll be able to watch on the NFHS Network. That will be between the Olathe Northwest boys and the Bison out of Shawnee Mission North. And once that has concluded, we'll be right back here on 810varsity.com for the championship game between Blue Valley Northwest and Lee Summit North. Huskies and the Broncos playing for the trophy. And then at the nightcap, if you will, probably around 5 o'clock, we will have the Soto boys and the Blue Valley Southwest boys for the hardware right here on 810varsity.com. 25-18. My statistician up here, Hayden, I look for him for a well-timed stat. All I can see is he's got a cookie in each hand and his mouth looks like he's a chipmunk. Sky Pierce to Nadeau for 3. Not going to go. Here's Conley. And here come the Wildcats. A little bit more vigor. Good job. Oh, boy, that was Foxworthy on Conley. And I just love that matchup. A couple of gritty players. They're going to lay it on the line every chance they have. Farmer to inbound to Tower. 24 is Amanda Tower. 2 is Addison Tower. There's Addison baseline from the low block. How about that shot? Does not go in, but guess who's running underneath and trying to clean it up? Ava O'Brien. She's had a couple of those looks early. Probably more important with 5:43 left in the third. Drawing another foul against the Ravens, who now have 3 team fouls. She is, DeSoto is 1 for 2 from the line in the second half so far. And I'm being told that this is only the second time this game that DeSoto has been at the charity stripe. Only 1 foul called against Northwest in that first half. Believe it or not. Here comes Huckabee over to Nadeau. Again, that 3-2 zone. That can kind of morph into a 2-1-2 with Farmer in the middle. Love to see that defense. You see, watch. All right, all you young'uns out there, if you're watching this game, you think, hey, how can I be like a Sky Pierce or Julian Huckabee or Mackenzie Farmer? Watch Farmer whenever there's a shot. She has her butt in the midsection of the opponent that she is defending, trying to get every loose ball she can. We mentioned earlier she had, I believe it's 5, if not 6 first half steals. Goes to show her hustle, her effort. Good, fundamentally sound player. Working it inside, pushing back, good no call. Conley comes up with it, but credit O'Brien. And now the Ravens coming back the other way. Emily Fisher. She was the recipient of a little scrum here on the near side. Almost like a little volleyball going back and forth. For a couple of seconds. Ends up with a couple of points for the visiting team of the Ravens. And Fisher at the stripe. Trying to get through the old-fashioned way. Farmer cross-court pass. It's a Tower, no good. Sky Pierce with the rebound. Sky Pierce taking her talents to play a little bit of volleyball. There's a lot of student athletes anymore, for better or worse, I would say for worse, that like to kind of hone their craft on one sport and don't play the others. That's not what Sky Pierce is. She has the ball going inside. Beautiful look. Like a setter in volleyball, puts the ball exactly where it needed to be. Fed her teammates. Back to a 4-point advantage for the Wildcats. There's Addison Tower. She's going to draw the foul. Going to be called against Bella Nadeau. That is the second foul on Nadeau. Comes Foxworthy in for Nadeau. Amanda Tower to throw it in. DeSoto 6 out of 10 from beyond the arc today. It's been raining threes, mainly in quarter number 2. Haven't hit one yet in quarter number 3, and Conley loses the handle on it. And I think Violet Conley might have got away with one right there. I think Emily Fisher watched the ball go by, but I think the official thought that it might have grazed her fingertip just a little bit, and hey, maybe it did. I got bad eyes, and I'm 100 miles away. Conley goes up strong. Gets her own rebound. Fisher taps it out of bounds. A screening box, inbounds play. Favorite of many. Here's Addison. Favors that left hand, but she's lethal with it. Back up top, there's Conley. Not about driving the lane. We haven't seen her do that much. Farmer's got to bring it back. There's Tower. And to Tower, Addison Tower, Tower. Yeah, that might have been just a little bit too handsy. A little too much of a body blow. They're going to get Mackenzie Farmer for, I believe, her third foul. Yes, it is. Robbie's going to go to his bench and send out Sydney Sonato. Sydney Sonato. 5'5" sophomore. Getting some great minutes. Anytime you can get underclassmen good minutes in a situation like this, it's going to bode well for the future, and that stroke bodes well for the Ravens. Jillian Huckabee finally gets one of those threes to go down the cylinder, and now the lead is down to 1. Olathe Northwest still nursing a 9-0 run over the Wildcats. Coach Robbie trying to get some sort of offense injected into the team. 2:49 left here in quarter number 3. And he says, you know what, Farmer's had enough of a break. Let's get her back out there. Going to give the Tower girls a little bit of a rest. Going a little bit of a larger lineup right now, trying to take advantage of some mismatches inside. The Wildcats have really not been able to do so far. Ravens, great look inside. Sky Pierce. Looks like she's all right. Farmer all the way. Draws the foul. Go to the stripe for 2. I'm sure Coach Robbie exactly wants that sort of aggression. She does such a great job of making her own shot, does Mackenzie Farmer. DeSoto before that was 3 for 4. Make it 4 for 5, or excuse me, 3 for 5. Back down to 60% from the charity stripe. Here comes Kyra Clark. 1, 2, 3. What do we have? 4 sophomores on the court right now between both teams. Still trying to find the offense here in quarter number 3 are the Wildcats. But Huckabee has found her stroke, a couple of big threes. In quarter number 3, Foxworthy round the horn, great ball movement. Great fundamental passing. Gonna let that one go out, gonna stay in favor of the Ravens. 28-26, right at 2 minutes left in quarter 3. Both teams have certainly tightened up here in quarter number 3. Coming out of halftime, they both had a dozen, or check out a baker's dozen, turnovers. 26 between them. There's Conley, fakes to the right, goes to the left. Waits for a screen, going to roll off, but you know what? Farmer's going to say, I'm going to pop it from here. It doesn't go. Underneath is Kyra Clark, despite her 5'8" frame. She's right in there mixing it up, gets a big rebound. Foxworthy wings it over to the left wing. Tried to feed Pierce inside. Not sure she was quite ready for that. Did her best job to bring it in. Now going back the other way. Here comes Tower and Tower. Sounds like the name of a law firm in Chicago. Tower and Tower. Darren up here running the camera. USD 232 student. Got Hayden up here, our statistician. Less than 1.5 to go here in quarter number 3. Here's Mackenzie Farmer walking it up slowly with Conley. Baseline drive, a little bit of a kind of a little love tap. And they're going to get Emily Fisher. I think that's only the second. Indeed it is the second on Emily Fisher. But at the line right now, Chloe Kamichek. She's going to be shooting a couple. That one, a little bit of a short arm. DeSoto needs to get something going. This kind of what happened in the first quarter is happening in the third. The only points DeSoto has scored here in quarter number 3, according to my man Hayden, it's been from the charity stripe. Makes this next one even more important. Rims in and out. Sky Pierce. She covers a lot of ground in a big hurry. Kicks it out to Nadeau. Kyra Clark for 3. A little bit off the mark. Going to go out of bounds. Back to DeSoto with 1:09 left in quarter number 3. After one quarter, it was 12-3 in favor of Olathe, beg your pardon, Olathe Northwest. After quarter number 2, we were all tied up. Until about 30 seconds left before halftime. DeSoto retook the lead after an 18-6 second quarter. Now with a minute left, quarter number 3, Coach Branstrom says, let's just take a quick timeout. We're going to do the same right here on on 810varsity.com. We'll be right back. (28-26), last 54 seconds of quarter number 3. DeSoto with the ball. Looking to pad that 2-point advantage. They draw another foul, and I think the official is having a little one-on-one with Emily Fisher. And Fisher's been a little bit more vocal than I think that official would like to see. Looking for a little clarification, maybe doing a little lobbying. Tell the kids that I coach, has there been a time where you go up to an official and you make your case and the official says, you know what? You are exactly right. And reverse the call? Absolutely not. Sometimes you're going to get calls that go against you, and that's just part of the deal. Life's kind of the same way at times. Farmer can't get that one to fall. 47 seconds. Here's Clark bringing it up in a hurry. Hands it off to Pierce. Sharp pass to the right wing. Looking inside, but Conley stands in front, takes it away, brings it up into the front court, looking for a little help. She's got Farmer coming back. That would have been an over and back. Here's Sky Pierce off the glass and in. Sky Pierce makes it a 1-point game. Here comes DeSoto with less than 20 to play here in quarter number 3. Addison Tower being guarded by Bella Nadeau. Switches her dribble behind the back. A little razzle-dazzle showing off her handles. Tower again. 5 seconds. 4. Going to have to do something with it. Farmer drives the lane, kicks it out. And Farmer's going to be called with the travel, but with 0.4 seconds left, this is going to have to be an awful fast inbounds play. Farmer going to take a seat on the sideline. On Northwest, little heave, 3-quarter court, not going to quite get there. And after 3 quarters of play, 29-28, Wildcats up by 1 over the Ravens of Olathe Northwest. You're watching the Hardwood Classic live here on 810varsity.com. We'll be right back. All right, back with you here. 29 for the home team, 30 now for the Ravens. To confirm that my score, well, in fact, I was told that my score was wrong. So what we see on the screen is correct. Ravens up by 1. Not sure what's going on there. Could be a 3-second call. No, what do we have? We have a kicking call? So there's a couple of Ravens that a little more vocal than I'm sure Coach Brandstrom would like to hear. And they're letting the officials know their displeasure with some of those calls. I'm sure that'll turn out to be a teachable moment for Coach. How about that teachable moment for the rest of the Wildcat team watching Mackenzie Farmer show the grit and the gravel. Puts it off the glass and puts the Wildcats back up by 1, 31-30. 6:30, 6:29 left in regulation. We've yet to have an overtime game here at the Hardwood Classic. Are we going to see our first one here in game number 1 of 4 today? As a reminder, the third place consolation game for the boys will take place here. You'll be able to watch that on the NFHS network. Then we'll be back here on A10 Varsity for the 2 championship games, 1 at 3 for the girls and 1 around 5 for the boys. Girls Championship will be between Lee Summit North, Blue Valley Northwest. And the boys championship between the hometown Wildcats at Soto, the familiar foe of Blue Valley Southwest. Awful close on the baseline. Good job by Foxworthy to save that from rolling out. Ravens down by 1, less than 6 to play. Huckabee, sharp pass, love that. Kyra Clark, pass might have been just a little bit ahead of her, but she had an opportunity. I think she kind of wanted to twist her body in the air, but realized she was a little bit too much forward, closer to the basket than she wanted to be. Farmer, Conley tried to save it. Good effort by number 33. Fairly well balanced here in the second half. Outside of the Ravens 9-0 run midway through quarter number 3. But here, third of the way through quarter number 4, going back and forth with a bucket, nothing more. Almost a steal by Tower. How about that little Euro step? No foul call, but here comes Conley. And she picked up the last, or her left foot, I should say. It's called for the travel. If there was such a thing as kind of a half travel, like they just sort of, hey, you shouldn't do that, but you got to keep the possession. That's probably one of those plays. She tried as hard as she could to keep that anchored, but could not get it to stick. Less than 5 to play in regulation, 31-30. Wildcats by 1. Back to the 3-2. Zone defense. Matching up top. There's Tower. Quick pass to Clark. On the backside, they have Sky Pierce wide open. Did not see her. Inside, there they do. They see her. Sky Pierce saw it go right by her. Was not expecting that. That's one that Huckabee probably could have just finished off herself. You're always trying to make that one extra pass for a little bit better shot, so you can't complain there. Ava O'Brien. Inside is Conley. Not going to go. I think Foxworthy draws the foul. Let's see if they're going to get that. I think that is going to be on Addison Tower. 1, 2, 3. That should be your third. Indeed it is. Only one team foul for both teams, for each team I should say, here in the second half. No points scored in, let's see, how long has it been? 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Will that change with this trip up the floor for the Ravens? It will not, but will change as the possession. There's Tower to Conley. Conley thought about going inside, gets back out to Tower for three, and she gets it. Addison Tower. No bigger three today for the Wildcats, and that one right there, 34-30, 4-point spread. Less than 4 to go in regulation. A dueling threes. No better timing by Taylor Foxworthy than with that shot. Makes it 34-33. Ravens down by 1. Wildcats with an opportunity to increase that lead. Farmer going up against Pierce. Thought better of that. Rightfully so. Tower, Conley. Conley wanted to, well, Conley, baseline drive. She had an opportunity to turn around and put it in. She doesn't, gives up the shot for another pass. Wildcats give it up. Going back the other way. Pardon me. What the whistle here for the last 3 minutes. All right. And another errant pass. Now, I can tell you this, and Huckabee a little bit frustrated with herself. Now, ordinarily you would think, well, I mean, Sky Pierce is like 7'9". She can get that. You kind of get lulled into thinking that way based on some of the athletic moves that she does make. Another three, this one in and out. Coming back the other way there, so yeah, they're gonna get Addison Tower, I believe, on the foul, and I think, or no. That will be the other Tower. That would be Amanda. That's only her first foul, and only the second team foul against the Wildcats in half number 2. But they still have a 1-point lead, 34-33. 2.5 to play here in DeSoto. Third round action. The Hardwood, third place action of the Hardwood Classic. Brought to you by Great American Bank. You're watching it live on the ATN Varsity Network. We'll be right back. And we're back for the final 2.5 here in DeSoto. Third place game between the Ravens of Olathe Northwest and the Wildcats right here in DeSoto. Here's Foxworthy walking it up just beyond the tee, and Wildcats on the floor. Sky Pierce to the right wing. Back up top to Pierce. Inside, Foxworthy wide open, gives it up. Another pass, and I think Coach Brandstrom knew it. He said, hey, put those shots up. Almost another over and back. Addison Tower. She gets into the front court just in time. Conley to Farmer. Again, Wildcats up by 1. Love to put a little bit of distance between them and the Ravens. 148, 147 left in regulation. Farmer. That's McKenzie. Gets it over to Tower, and she got it. Addison Tower. Addison Tower. DeSoto with 8 trifectas to only 2 for the Ravens. Both of those 2 coming at the hot hand here in the fourth quarter of Julian Huckabee. 4-point spread, 1.5 to play. Northwest looking to get it inside where they've had success. Back into the game, Emily Fisher standing there right behind Conley. They can see her. She'll have an opportunity. And there's Sky Pierce, and that's a kind of a familiar refrain, and I think DeSoto is kind of caught on. And when Pierce gets the ball down there in the right corner, she doesn't go to her left. All right. Directions are hard. She does not go to her right, I beg your pardon. But instead, she goes to the left, tries to get on the baseline. Defender steps in front, turns the baseline into a six-man, or in this case, woman. 37-33. As I mentioned earlier, these two teams combined for over 25 turnovers in the first half alone. Since then, considerably less. And quite frankly, this is game number 2 and 3 respectively for these schools. DeSoto coming in after a great 2022 campaign where they finished 13-8. They lost to Shawnee Heights at Sub-State only by 3. Ravens, they have a record of 1-1, or excuse me, 2-1. 1-2, 1-2. There we go. So you say, hey, no, I'm not sure if he's dancing. Now, when I said 1-2, 1-2, hey, did you think I was giving you like the dance moves? Yeah, he just shakes his head and says yes. Well, okay, my man. I'm going to work on those moves a little bit, but I don't have a lot of room to talk. Not a lot of moves in this fella. 37-33. Only 5 shots made by both squads here in quarter number 4. 37-33. Ravens, I think DeSoto wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Going to have to be pretty clear cut this late in the game. Less than a minute to play in regulation. Long pass. Huckabee, right wing, off the back iron. No good. Underneath, though, cleaning up the trash. Cannot get it. There's Violet Conley. Violet Conley. Her blood pressure is rising at just the right time. It's going to be the 4th foul on Emily Fisher. But with 50.8 seconds, not sure that Coach Brandstrom is going to be too concerned with that. Likes her aggression. Farmer bringing it up. And a quick foul. I think they're going to get Pierce or Carnatz. That will be Sky Pierce's first foul. Three team fouls for each squad. 45, how about that? Tower gets loose on the backside. Up and in, 6-point advantage for the home team. Here comes Huckabee, 35-34. They're going to have to get something going in a hurry inside. And they're going to get Violet Conley. They're going to say that Violet Conley reached up and touched Emily Fisher. Fisher's at the stripe shooting 2. 6-point spread. Fisher's first shot is up. Gets the bounce, a little encouragement and through. Leads down to 5. Still plenty of time if you're a Raven faithful. Second shot is up. A little bit of a short arm. But an offensive rebound gets her own shot. How big is that? Huckabee wants to get a quick 3. Gets her right back inside. Foxworthy for 3. She got it. Foxworthy for 3, and she was excited. 39-37, 18.6 seconds left, and a 2-point advantage for the Wildcats. They'll have the ball coming out of the break underneath the Raven basket. We're going to leave it right here with 18.5 to play. 4 team fouls on DeSoto, 3 team fouls for Northwest. They have one to give before the 1-and-1 kicks in. Quick little game recap. As I mentioned earlier, the first quarter, not kind to the Wildcats offensively, only scored 3 to 12 for the Ravens. Little role reversal in quarter number 2. Wildcats score 18 to the Ravens 6. Quarter number 3, DeSoto with only 5 and 10 for the Ravens. And so far in quarter number 4, 10 for the Wildcats, and 9 for the Ravens. Most of those 9 have come the past minute and a half. 17-16 still in the backcourt. Tower looking for a little help. And a quick foul. That might have been a foul that they didn't have to use. As it looked like Tower was in a little bit of trouble. I think Coach Robbie was getting ready to possibly call a timeout, but he didn't, and now he's going to go ahead and do just that. So 12 and a half seconds. The foul is called. That 10-second count, of course, will reset. So potentially, wouldn't be exactly what I would do. I'd still try to get it up to the front court, but if you had to burn 10 seconds, you're only left with about 2. Not that you need more than 2 to get a basket. I'm sure Coach Robbie's going to have his best free throw shooters on the floor. He's drawing up the inbounds play right now. Coach Brandstrom, no stranger to big games like this either, and big finishes. 39-37, 12 and a half seconds to play in regulation. Can Northwest force a quick turnover? Put one up and in, tie, or even potentially take the lead in that amount of time? We're about to find out. It's a reminder, the next game up on the slate is the third-place game between the Olathe Northwest boys and the Shawnee Mission North boys. That's a game that you'll be able to watch on the NFHS Network. We will be back at around 3 o'clock for the girls' championship game between Lee Summit North and Blue Valley Northwest. Here we go. Tower to inbound, underneath, gets it to Farmer, and she is pushed a little bit aggressively, but how about that sportsmanship, Sky Pierce? And talking to some of her teammates and her coaches and those that know her well and seeing some of her interviews that she's had, what you just saw right there is pretty indicative of, I think, what everybody knows about that young student athlete. She has a fantastic future in front of her beyond athletics. The Soto shooting 50% from the line for the game. That's going to go up just a little bit. Makes it a 3-point spread. Farmer can make it a 2-possession game if she sinks her second attempt at the charity stripe. Lets it go. Does not fall. A chance for the Ravens. Here comes Huckabee. She's going to have to pop a 3. She does from way back. It's way off. Pierce with the rebound. And a good heads-up play by Sky Pierce. She's able to throw it off of a Wildcat. It's going to stay in possession with 1.9 seconds left. And Coach Brandstrom says, hey, you can't take them with you. Might as well use it. 1.9 seconds. He's going to have to draw something up. Presumably going to go to Julian Huckabee because she's the only Raven that has hit 3 this afternoon here in DeSoto. Looking at some of the other stats from our stats man Hayden up here. Now's a good time to say a big thank you to our USD 232 students that helped make this broadcast possible. Running the cameras and crunching the numbers up here like you're on ESPN. Well done, my man. Impressive effort. So we see the 2 teams that are going to be in the next game waiting in the wings. Will they have to wait a little bit longer, or will this game be done here in 1.9 seconds after the inbounds? We will find out. The next 30 seconds. And Huckabee is going to be the one. I wonder if this is going to be a quick inbound and right back to her. But Jillian Huckabee standing at the O of DeSoto on the baseline, underneath her own basket. Huckabee looking for a little bit of help. Gets it up to Fisher. No good. Foxworthy, valiant attempt, but it does not go. And the DeSoto Wildcats are your third-place finishing team in the Hardwood Classic of 2023. You've been watching it live on 810 Varsity. We'll be back in about an hour and a half with the girls'